One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Kentucky's offense will have the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This dog crowd is off the leash and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Wildcats are flying down the field. Running back searching for a hole. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. And tackled there by the defense.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
The Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Kick is good. And the offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Georgia's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got it in the middle. It's Branch. Tackled there by the defense.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got the quick pass. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. And with the field goal guys all locked up here in the first quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Might as well stick with him. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got it behind the line. It's McGowan. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
They'll line up for a second down play. They just keep firing. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. They'll leave it with him. Breaks the tackle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, but just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running back.
Looking deep down the right side. And that one's in complete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Stockton. Finds the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. With the run on 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's long. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 45 on his way. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, Later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
He's got it on the move. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
From the gun, running back on the move. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. It's a draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. The short hands, it's Frazier. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to throw at Stockton. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The offense will quickly use a timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That's caught. It's Bell. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it along the sideline. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking downfield on first down. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to...
There he goes. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
On this first and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Made a defender miss. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off-play action on first down. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Yeah, and you hear it all the time. Coaches talk about it. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw across your body. These guys nowadays, they do it more and more because they're more athletic and they can change their arm angles all the time. But right there, it was an incompletion. It was an interception. So you might get like a little bit of a yell from your coaches, but nothing too big.
Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll throw it quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Kick is in the air. just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
After that last completion, it's second down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Makes his man miss. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've been running it, but now the pass. With the catch, it's long. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Quickly complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
After another clutch third down conversion, it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Working that left side now. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
To the air, it's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Bell. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Quickly to the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defender staying right by the receiver in the intended target, and as a result, that ball's incomplete.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
Man, this guy has an absolute bomb for a leg. You see the contact? It just sounded different. It sounded like an explosion coming off of his foot, puts it through the uprights. If there's NFL teams watching this game, they're jotting down this dude's name right now because that is an NFL Sunday leg.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's got an open man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Law. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's 4th down. We got to get the 1st down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion here.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin them deep. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way. Breaks into the open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Dogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Unloads to the right. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Dang, that's unfortunate. I wish I could say I've never seen that before, but I've seen Reese run routes. You know, when we go to all these different stadiums and call these games, we go on the field and do a spin session before the game. That looked just like Reese Davis.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Unloads it left. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
The give to the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Bulldogs! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that is was a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's long. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. A quick pass to the left. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Wildcats just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just keep slinging it. Snagged out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air on first down. On target. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Wildcats have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. A late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight, of hope.
Well, you get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.